Hello! Welcome to Reaper Errant. Welcome to Reaper Miniatures. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons 5e. Something feels off, but you know, who knows? So I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to give my thank yous because I really appreciate being here. I was gone last week, so thank you, Sidwi, for coming in and DMing a game for everybody here. I heard, I saw it later, but live I caught the end, and it was brutal, was my understanding, kind of. So that was interesting.
It was a total ass kicking. It's what it was. She almost
It was. It was very surrealistic.
She was
half
unfair.
Expect to be waking up on a park bench wearing someone else's clothes.
Yes.
Like a pink
maybe missing a kidney.
Missing a kidney. Well, it looked dangerous, and you know, there was an archfey involved, and that can always be pretty serious. So I don't know how they survived, to be honest. But apparently, she gave him some magic items, which we'll be working with in the future. I also want to say thank you to Sirenscape for some of the background and ambient music that you will hear in tonight's game. Thank you, Reaper Miniatures, for sponsoring this game and getting some cool, allowing us to all come together and making it happen. And then I'm going to let everybody else introduce themselves and their players, or their characters. They are the players. And we're going to start some D&D after that. I'm going to start with my upper left side with Bobby.
Hello again, welcome and good evening. My name is Bobby Jackson. I'm going to be playing the mighty and indomitable Pugh, gnome bard, armed with my trusty war harp and positive mental attitude.
Yeah, Gene.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gene Van Horn. I'll be playing Gooseneck, the lizard folk barbarian, and I'm ready to whackety whack with my axe.
Jason.
Jason Weeby playing Corncob Thunderbludgeon, a dwarf cleric.
Michael.
Ready to go.
Well, hello again. Good night, good evening, and good afternoon. I'm Michael. I play an Abram, the Wood Elf Archer. By God, I am more mighty, more abdominable, with a negative mental attitude. Gee willikers.
Boy, he's been living up in that cabin in Colorado a little too long.
Yeah, he's got 50s sports announcer.
Just the COVID.
Yeah. Why don't you go plug your refrigerator in?
Now.
That's a hurtful topic. Rhonda.
I've been locked up all week. Just get ready.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Bender. I'm playing Fathom, the magic user, who is still recovering from being on the brink of death multiple times last sessions. Hoping we've had a long rest.
Yes.
I forgot to ask about that.
Okay, yeah, I think that's fair. And Jen.
I am Jen. I'm playing Kay Nimblewit, a human rogue. I don't have a catchphrase.
Catchphrase. Okay. Thank you, everyone. And I am Frank. I maybe didn't say that.
Stupid.
I think I saw that would be pretty good.
That's her catchphrase. Everybody else is stupid.
That.
Let's see. Thank you, Quindy, by the way, also out there in chat. And hello, Hammervick and Sidley. So when it's kind of a 2 episodes I have to do a quick recap on, because the last one was a bit of an interjected romp within the Feywild to do a little bit of favor for some Fey in another world. They searched the multiverse and found the right characters for the job, and apparently they did. So that was good, and that was, they went to the Feywild. They found some locked away pixie that needed fairies that needed some help, and they helped them escape. And to do that, they had to fight a pretty serious archfey. They were granted some magic items, some All of them meaningful, some probably more practical than others, but all of them awesome. And then they were also given an amulet of the plains to get back to where they left off. That sound good? Does everybody have any? Do you all have any questions, my players, about any of those things? Are you okay with that? Is it an accuracy that you're comfortable with in that recap?
No, I'm thankful we're not dead.
No.
Okay.
Well, Abran got forked. A fork.
I have a
should say,
desire
sorry.
for chocolate and eggs all of a sudden.
Okay. Chocolate and eggs. We can make that. Let me make a chocolate and eggs for gooseneck note. That'll be interesting. So then let me kick back up with what was happening before we interjected that in. They had just completed this room that was aligned with the elemental plane of fire, knowing that their next stop would be the elemental plane of air, seeking some answers around, well, they're in an interesting complex, and they feel it has something to do with some slod that they had met's fair, on a ship, who then turned against the entire ship, although they were shipmates, and killed them. So they have some curiosity on that. They're supposed to be out just doing some cartography, but somehow we're here. I'm not. It's the curiosity of adventurers that bring us here, which is one of my favorite parts. So I think that's where we'll begin. I'm going to make some assumptions to make things easier, and that is that you use the amulet and that you returned to where you left off. And
we rested up before we returned, is that correct?
Yes, and during that return, you would have rested up, because I would not. That would be that would be unfair in a lot of different ways if I think that you didn't get that opportunity to rest up.
No foreshadowing whatsoever.
Well, when in this particular adventure has everything just gone, all hunky-dory?
Every time.
Every time.
Every time. We're alive at the end is the way I look at it.
Well, okay. That's fair. Quite fair. Okay. So I got some things here set up that are useful for a shop.
I think the older you get, the lower your bar for hunky-dory becomes. So now we're just down to, well, we survived it.
So it's all good. So you step through this gateway, and I just realized I did not put the platform there that I need to put there. That's okay. I actually have them right here. Right here. And I'll put your minis out there and then let you see where you actually are in this, because as you enter, you are... You realize that you're suddenly... You open the door and are greeted with a very temperate breeze of air. There's a little bit of moisture, though, which you didn't necessarily expect. Almost like a sea breeze that is maybe a freshwater lake. It's more like a large freshwater lake breeze coming off of it. Temperature is, mid-70s, you'd think. Fairly comfortable. And then the wind whips up around you. Any loose clothing or anything kind of kicks up in it. It flares up as you step in through the room. I'm only going to put a couple of you in first. Who are the first to enter this new area?
I don't mind going in one or two.
Abran, for sure.
Abran will go in first.
I'll go in next to Abran. Why not?
Okay.
Standard marching order.
Totally abominable.
Corn Cob and Abran popping in there first then. All right. We can do that. Let me give you a little space here. So that you've got a good idea of what you're dealing with. Sorry, I made this impossibly small. I got to fit you all on it. Suffice to say, it's quite cramped as you come through. And there's a little bit of a... almost a...
Stop pushing! Stop shoving!
Outjutting of rock.
Stop touching me. Wait.
Would you quit touching me?
Corn Cob. Where'd you go, Corn Cob? Oh, you're over there. Abran and Corn Cob coming in first. Let me go ahead and
Coming in hot.
Get the focus on this shot, and I'll just get in the way of it while I'm setting it up, so you can get a good idea of what it's all going to be.
Dun dun dun.
It looks very wet.
It is gusty. It is kind of wet. It's not humid though. It's pleasant.
It's Otter Pants time.
And Gooseneck, I'm going to put you back here. You usually run up the back.
Yep.
Okay. So it is a wide open space. The sides are almost, I wouldn't say endless, but they cut across. You can see you guys in the lower corner there. Actually, I'm going to have to, that is, no, I have a wider shot than that. Let me pull back a little bit. There. And there are some little pedestals. It seems almost floating in the air as if by some sort of unknown magic. And quite possibly, perhaps, one of the more disturbing sights up on one of the pedestals, you see sort of, they haven't noticed you yet. Let me get a little bit better here.
Oh, good. There's time to leave.
Well, maybe. But it's almost like they're nesting is a creature that I think you'll have to make a nature check for when you see it up there. If someone wants to make a nature check and figure out what this creature is.
Come on, nature boys.
A 14.
Okay.
I got a 14 as well.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. Abran, this is the strangest thing you've ever seen. It's like a horse with wings and claws in the front, which...
Guys, I think it's a gopher.
I think you're dead on.
Yeah.
And then a 14. What was the other roll? I'm sorry.
2 14s.
14.
2 14s.
2 14.
Somebody cheated off the other person.
Yeah, right.
So
Well, I got a 15, but I have a -1, so...
You believe you've heard of these before. They're hippogriffs. They're like crosses between griffins and horses. And griffins being
Griffin that got clarked.
extremely large eagle-like. Well, griffins already being crossbreeds themselves. But it doesn't see you. It seems to be nesting up on one of the floating bits of rock in here. Make
Didn't Aberrant
How
kill
many
one of
are
these
there?
ones?
there only seems to be one. and
But it seems to be in a nest.
yeah, it seems to be nesting.
I think Abran killed one of these once.
I think maybe we're going to have omelets for breakfast.
Possibly. So, what would you like to do?
With our 14s, do we know if they speak?
You do not know. No, but you don't think of them. You didn't, even with that, you didn't get the sense that they were highly intellectual creatures, probably the same intelligence that you might find in a horse or an eagle.
And they're as big as a horse?
Yes. Maybe not a draft horse, but still a good-sized horse.
Well.
So is there an obvious destination in this room? Like in the other rooms, there was clearly a door across the way.
This opens up to just this very open area where there's not necessarily a lot of obvious things. However, there is one platform in the middle that stands out as, like, most of this seems very natural, very odd that pieces are floating magically in the air, but there is one platform in the middle that seems to be clearly constructed.
Is it easily navigable? Can we get there easily?
Doesn't look like an easy way there unless you were to fly, possibly swim, which turns your attention to the water. The water is incredibly clear. And
what does the bottom look like?
It's very hard to make estimates. Yeah, actually, you're used to clear pools like this. The wind doesn't seem to touch it and make ripples on the surface, which seems highly unusual because it is whipping through here occasionally, but not scuffing the water up at all. And
this doesn't seem like normal water.
Oh, it seems
I wonder
very
if it's
clear, very
maple
smooth.
syrup to go with our omelets. Is there is there any little tiny rocks at our feet or anything?
At your feet, not necessarily, no. So the other thing is it's kind of a bit of a clean, I don't want to say room, but there are not a lot of strange bits hanging out here and there. And so Abran is on almost the furthest most point you could get to. And that's,
Do we see any creatures in the water?
So you start, everybody's starting to look at the water and pay attention to it, looking for creatures or other aspects. Make an investigation roll.
Nine.
11.
Okay.
Would a 14
9.
nature roll?
I guess I'm copying everybody.
Would a 14 what, Bobby?
Nature roll be sufficient to know whether a speak to animal spell would allow me to speak to this creature?
That's a great question. And you feel like it wouldn't work because it's sort of a magical, it's not the most natural creature. It's more like a magically forced hybrid. So 11, 9, 9, 11. Anybody else investigating the water?
16.
I am, but I got a 5.
Okay. So the Fathom, as you look, you suddenly see just, so you're not seeing creatures, but you see the tiniest ripple that doesn't carry across the water like a wave. It's like it moves and then stops and goes clear again. And in that sort of distortion you see in the water, you get an idea that this water is very deep. It doesn't necessarily look that deep, but you're guessing hundreds of feet.
I will let everyone know, especially Aquador, to just not dump down there. I want to.
Don't
Apparently,
forget
I'm
water
carrying
lizard.
around a quarterstaff. I just want to touch the tip of the staff into the water, and then pull it out, and then verify that it seems like just regular water.
Okay. So you touch the staff into the water, and which staff are you using? Just a normal.
I have a quarterstaff. I think it's just wood.
Just wood.
Nothing special.
Okay. It comes out of the water slightly charred.
Oh,
Ooh, don't go in the water.
Definitely don't go in there.
I'd like to. I don't think I have any copper pieces, but I have a silver piece. I'd like to take a silver piece and huck it pretty far out into the water.
Okay.
And observe how it hits the water and what happens to the silver piece.
So, like 5 feet or so you can see it still, or farther?
Yeah, maybe 10. Okay. I don't. If it provokes a reaction, I don't want it right on top of me.
Right. So you throw it out there. It sort of plunks in. You notice it too now. There's a little ripple, but it just sort of dissipates almost just far quicker than it should. The silver piece hits the water, and you see the little bit of it kind of sinking down, and you lose sight of it very quickly. But it had a little shimmery trail behind it as it fell. It was a little too far away to see exactly what happened to it.
Does it seem like the water is thicker as well?
It seems the water didn't seem thicker, no.
It doesn't, and it doesn't feel any warmer in here.
No, it's very nice temperature in here.
All right, I get out my Geiger counter.
You see at least 2 statues probably inspired by Geiger.
Oh, good. Yes, that's very good.
Sorry.
If I dip the staff in the water again and put a little drop on what we're standing on, does it sizzle or leave a mark? Or
yeah, so you
evaporate?
Pick it up, put the staff in, move it, smoothly enough and quickly enough, and it does sizzle just a little bit when it hits the surface of the stone. Just.
And the thing that lives in here that we can see has wings, so it doesn't ever have to touch it.
What does it eat, though?
Well, maybe it flies out the same way we came in. I don't know. Maybe it just eats people that stand around looking at the heavy water all day.
How far is the next island away from where we're standing?
So let me move this up a little bit, and let's not hurt everybody's eyes and do it live. Let's give you a nice overview, or a nicer overview of what we're looking at. So you can see you are all blurry there in the background in the center, and right here is about 25, maybe 30 feet from you, and up 10 feet high. Off to your right, that's a good 30 feet as well from you. The highest part is maybe up 10 feet high. And then you have, everything else is farther away. So around 30 feet, maybe a little under for that very large piece in the middle.
Okay.
Is the navigator with us still?
Yes, behind you, always.
He didn't happen to bring a lifeboat from the ship or anything?
Nope. No.
Okay.
He's got charcoal, pencil, and paper.
Well, maybe this creature that can fly, maybe it could fly us across.
Maybe
if
it
we could
can.
talk to it.
Maybe we can make an inner tube out of it.
How many fly spells have we got?
I can do 2.
I think I can do 3.
And then
Somebody's left behind.
no, because
Well, can't
Nope,
Kay
nope.
fly at night?
Nope. Nope,
doesn't
wrong.
someone have a cape and someone have a harp that flies or something?
No, disregard. I was confusing invisibility with fly. I can turn a bunch of people invisible.
Oh,
can only
that could be a
fly
fatal
one.
mistake.
Mm.
He'll start to fly.
where'd he
No one will
go?
see us
I think
die.
He's in the acid.
No one will
Yeah.
see us die.
All
Then.
right,
That's great.
out of curiosity, I have a decanter of endless water.
Mhm.
So I just want to pour a gallon of water into the water.
Oh,
See what
wow.
Wow.
So you go, do you pour it off the side you're at? If you can see, you're kind of on the side in
Yeah,
the back.
I'll try to hold my arm out so it's not, right next to
That's
us.
That's
Is it
almost
water into
biblical
acid
now.
or acid into water? Which way does that go?
well, it's
Well, this
pouring
is
it on
water.
troubled waters. I think this is fantastic. This is Old Testament stuff
Okay.
now.
So you hold the decanter off to the side, and as the gallon of water it doesn't all come out at once. It comes out in a very kind of heavy flow stream, and
wow.
corn cob, gooseneck, and fathom make dexterity saving throws as this spits and sizzles and bits of
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's always acid
Water.
into water, just like I was saying.
Yeah.
I have a. Oh boy! All right, I got a 16.
21.
17. No, 15 with my -1.
15. Wait, what was that? What was fathoms?
13.
13. Okay, gooseneck. 21.
21.
You have a negative on dexterity and intelligence?
Yes.
What?
But he's got otter pants.
Yeah.
I don't know what game you've been playing, but you obviously haven't been watching very much.
Corn cob, you just barely move away. A little bit of this acid it splashes up on those otter pants, but those otter pants are indestructible, it seems. It does not get burnt by them.
Hey!
Watch the otter!
I
You were
paid a lot
able
of money
to
for these.
press yourself against the door, gooseneck, but being as you were the one holding the container, Fathom, you were just not able to pull your hand away quick enough. You take
That is fair.
one point of acid damage as some of the little bits spray up on you and splash back around your arm and wrist, hand area.
Wow.
And you can it sizzles up immediately, painful and clearly volatile.
And from now on, remember, acid into water,
water.
not water into acid.
That is
Okay.
the way it's supposed to go. Yeah. Pugil.
Well, I can dampen it, but I can't eliminate the damage.
I didn't know you were supposed to water down your acid.
That explains a lot.
What's up?
Yeah, that explains a lot, a real lot.
Are any of the floating bits of terrain within 30 feet?
Any of the what bits of terrain? The floating ones?
Yes.
No, the closest floating bit of terrain is about 40 feet, and it's actually got a little, it's the big chunk off to the camera left, right here. It is about 40 feet away.
Are you thinking flying over to a floating bit, putting a stake in it, drawing it back to us with a rope, and then using it as a flying platform? Because I am.
Yes. That's what I was thinking.
Question.
Yes.
Just because it's acid, shouldn't it still be rippling in the wind?
You would think so.
Like, it's still a liquid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, something weird going on.
Yeah.
Maybe it's fake acid that only burns. No, that doesn't make any sense either. Never mind.
It only burns the
Okay.
non-believers.
My wrist says it's real acid.
Let's get this hippogriff in our service.
I could cast a charm monster on it, but we can't
That's-
communicate with it.
Yeah, I think we should try to rope one of these floating platforms. I don't know if the hippogriff will attack us or not, but maybe the charm will stop it from attacking us at least.
Can we see much about the constructed platform from here?
It is about 70 feet away, so details are hard to see. It reminds you still of those easily mistaken for elven, but more of a nature-bent lizard folk carvings that you've been seeing kind of sporadically through this area.
I
Well, I've
volunteer to
got a-
cast fly on the elf and let him go over there by himself.
I've got a hammer and pythons, and we've got a rope.
Okay, wait. Let's think about this room for a minute. So the last one, what were the words? It was smoke and
Obsidian and smoke.
okay. So what do we think the word for this room was going to be? Because as
Well,
soon as we hit
smoke
that platform,
Smoke was a combination of earth and air, right?
yeah.
So what
Fire
is
and
the
air.
next what
No,
is
fire and
fire
air.
and air? Fire and air, sorry. So what is the next symbol on the map?
I feel like steam. If this is air, the word's probably
It
steam
almost
because it'd be
feels
air.
like fire and water to me.
Is the next symbol water on the map?
The one after this is water when you look down at the map and
Yeah.
review
So
it.
air and water, it would be cloud or steam.
So you think
Cloud,
the steam is
steam,
burning us
fog,
instead
vapor.
of the acid?
Vapor,
Mist.
mist.
Phlogiston.
You're not
Okay.
helping.
So,
Throw your rope.
well,
I'm not going to throw it. I need someone.
I'm just thinking
Me
we
or
should have
someone else needs to fly over there if we're
having
going to
an
do that.
idea.
we should have some words ready to go for when we trigger whatever we're going to trigger on this next platform. Whoever's going to obviously we need to fly over there via either a fly spell or a hippogriff, but whoever's going to fly over there needs to know what words to use so we don't all get killed.
How about
Well,
sweet fancy Moses?
If the
We also have to
pattern
show
hold,
the key and probably the orb, right? We have to show the orb.
Michael, you're raising your hand there.
And is Kay able to use her cloak of flying right now, or is that not? I don't know. I don't remember the aspects of it.
It's okay because it's dark. It's not like it's sunlight. This is a darkened cavern. You've seen her use it in the dark before. It's not.
Okay.
There's a low level light throughout here, but it's still dark.
Well, that would be an option without expending a spell slot for her to use her cloak. Get over there. She has the perception to see what are potential risks. She can have her glasses on to also see and get greater visibility of what other potential calamities are awaiting for us. Just an idea.
So the fearless elf nominates Kay to fly over.
The elf will take a flying spell and go over there.
Yeah. Well,
That's definitely
I
elf ready
I
to
still
go.
think we need to fly to one of these platforms and then fly from the platform and put the rope somewhere else and pull ourselves along. I don't know
How
what
far
else.
is Frank, how far is that middle section of rock from the constructed platform? Is that a jumpable gap?
No, it would be just short of jumpable, unless someone had like a highly athletic person could make that.
Well, I could try to walk on the water and dampen the acid effect as I walk, but that sure doesn't seem to be fun.
So Abran could roll a dexterity roll and potentially make that jump.
Don't you have fancy elven boots or something?
I like that.
I do.
Let's Abraham should roll it.
Boots of
dexterity roll.
escaping.
Yeah, that's going to be great. You got to come out looking like the Joker.
Jumps
I know.
are physical feats. They're just a reflection of athletics. It's going to be athletics.
Oh, athletics.
I have a
okay.
plus
So it's
6.
not. I have
Yeah,
plus
I
6.
actually
in
were pretty good
athletics.
at athletics too.
Lagarto.
It wouldn't be dexterity. It wouldn't be acrobatics.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, something else to consider is if that hippogriff does decide to attack us, wherever we are at that time, none of these little floating islands or where we are standing now or have a lot of room to maneuver. So getting pushed back, knocked off, is all bad.
Which might make more sense to figure out if the hippogriff will help us or not while we're all together, so
Yep.
that we can fight it off if...
I say we go back to the other door. You thought being a bunny, you're missing that right now, probably.
You guys-
Did we... What? Okay, so when we triggered the room in the fire room, we put treasure on that. Can we... what if we... Since this is a water room, what if we put something on that disc? Maybe
Is it a water?
use,
It's an air room.
Air room.
It's an air room.
air. Oh, air.
What is the range on your unseen servant? How far can he walk, glide, whatever he does?
I can't make him fly. He's not useful. The mage hand is what I was thinking about, and that's 30 feet. The unseen servant is 60 feet, but he's only got any damage would kill him, and the acid would just do him in.
Oh, so he needs to walk on a...
He does.
I don't
He's,
think
he's
yeah,
limited
he
to
does-
things that normal people would do.
Yeah, the mage
People look
hand
around
can
with the goggles
fly,
and
but the
see if
mage hand
anything-
has 30 feet.
Hey,
Yeah,
you said
goggles.
you're gonna
What does
look
it
around
make
with your goggles. Okay.
Yeah, look around with the goggles, see if anything pops out.
Okay. So as you're looking around, you note a couple of things. The floating bits are definitely a strange magic. Well, maybe not strange. You've seen enough magic. It looks like a magic that's holding them aloft. There is magic whirling on the surface of what you are calling acid. It kind of just swirls around like in this. You have a pretty high perception. It seems like maybe a pattern of magic, and you think that's probably what's suppressing any ripples. So they can happen quickly, but then magic sort of swirls over the top and subdues them. You get the funny feeling that it's holding things in to the acid even. Like maybe it's smoothing the
Like we spring
ripples
the
by
trap and
pushing
the
them
acid
down.
rises up.
Yeah.
And then
Although if it's
you
air, I
see-
wonder if it's a gas instead of an acid.
you see the pedestal. It is, or the center area. It is definitely magical. There are magical runes kind of glowing around the sides when you're identifying it. Ooh, wait, crap. Well, you can see magic on it. You can see the magical runes. It's actually outside the range of your, just outside. I think you have, what is it, 60 feet on those goggles?
I don't have any stats for him.
Ah, okay. So it may be just within that. And then in the hippogriff, there's a strange little glow from inside the nest.
That's probably
say
where
that
the
again,
next
I
tooth is.
Frank, can you repeat what you said?
There's a slight glow of magic from inside the hippogriff nest. There's a lot of magic around that constructed platform, and there's magic holding the chunks of stone in the air, and there's some sort of magic suppressing this acid-like thing.
I gotta say, I still feel like there's a combination of charming the monster and wrangling one of these floating things. I don't know how else we're gonna approach this. Unless you guys want to fly. All of us instead, just one of us.
The two previous rooms, if you had the key and you knew the word, you resolved the issue. So we have 2 keys, and we have some word guesses.
I'll fire them off.
So who has the round fire thing?
I might.
We had to put it in the door to open it. Did we get it back after?
So the only key you have been able to retain is the original key that got you into the first place.
Okay.
The other ones kind of
Alright.
go into each place
So-
to open the next way through.
So Gooseneck needs to wave that around. And then we go with Steam, because that's the last area plus this area. No, this area.
Yeah,
Well, we want this area plus the next area. So
Oh, steam cloud,
mist,
I like
vapor.
steam mist.
Smoke and
I like
wait,
steam
steam
mist.
vapor.
It was
smoke
obsidian.
and steam, smoke and mist.
And smoke.
It's
But we had to
smoke.
have 2. We had to have 2 for the last one, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
Obsidian
we
and
tried to
smoke.
use-
So this one should be smoke and mist, or whatever our guess is. I like Rhonda's suggestion, mist.
Go for it.
All right. I'll hold the key up and shout loudly into the cavern. Open the door. Obsidian, or I'm sorry. No.
No, go ahead.
Smoke and mist.
Oh boy.
Okay. So you hold the key aloft and shout, "Open the door, smoke and mist."
Smoke
and you
and
do
mist.
it in. You're just normal common? I
Common.
think that's what you've been doing.
Yeah.
Okay. In the center.
But if you can say it in old lizard folk, go for it.
In the center, you watch the pedestal light up.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that.
Uh,
Practical effects even.
practical effects.
He's been waiting to do that for an hour.
I
The
know.
Like, hurry up, guys. Jeez, come on.
you take all night. It's okay.
God, these morons just got us going. I just want to light this up.
Yeah, God, imagine if it was even darker. It'd look really cool.
Okay. And then, hey, assuming, because you didn't say you took the goggles off, you definitely see a wave of mist, maybe, sort of, but it is clearly magical. You're not seeing it with the naked eye. No one is. It sort of poofs out as though something stamped down on top of where that constructed area is and slips across the surface of this what looks like water, and
Heads
everything
up, something's coming.
sort of calms up. You see the hippogriff kind of move up there, hearing the shout, and rising up from underneath the water. It's sort of, you see. So first, Kay's vision of this, because it's a little different. You see the mist burst out across the water, and then you see magic sort of begin to coalesce out of as it smooths back on its surface. A little while after that, you all can see almost like being pulled up, funneled up by some sort of vacuum into this airy shape from the surface of this pool, is sitting there right in front of you. Insight-wise, I think it's clear to all of you that that was possibly not the right words or order or something.
Oh no!
And when we come back, we're gonna roll initiative, but we're gonna take our first break right there, because something looks aggressive towards you. They've all moved and eyed you. That's it for the moment. You've started something.
Is the hippogriff
Welcome if you got 'em.
aggressing?
The hippogriff is, it's glanced down at the two. I'm going to say they're air elementals because it's pretty clear to you. You're all familiar with that enough. The two air elementals that have just been pulled up out of this, it glances at them and you. So it looks like it's observed the situation and is making a decision about what to do. So it may be that the air elementals are the ones attacking you and not the hippogriff at this time.
Yet.
That's all I can say for now. Okay, so everyone, stick around. It is a little bit of an early break. Cranky Dog, we want to make sure we properly get through combat and do a nice wrap up and get ready for anything that might be coming up in the future. So we'll see you all back after a 10 or 15 minute break, and we'll figure out what happens in the second half of this. Stick around. Hello and welcome back. All right, so everybody was at the break. Some magic had activated. Some.
The snake screwed the pooch.
Oh yeah, wait, I gotta
Yep.
start this.
You shouldn't have said obsidian first.
I didn't. I cut
didn't.
myself.
Oh, okay.
He did not. He corrected it.
What if
He
you
did not.
re-say
Okay.
it? Just re-say it. Worth a shot.
And we have.
I'll wave the key again and say, I meant smoke and steam.
No,
Maybe you're
obsidian
supposed to start with obsidian.
mist.
No, you were
Oh,
supposed
you
to
think you
start
have
with
to say all
smoke, right?
All 3 words?
We're
Yeah.
supposed to start with
I-
3.
I
I
don't
thought we
thi-
were doing 2.
We have a sample size of 1, so we don't really know if we were supposed
That's
to
true.
use
It's a
the whole set of
possibility for
words.
sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
go
So you
ahead
have to
and
have the whole
try.
chain,
Well-
is what you're saying.
That might be, but for now, you have to roll initiative.
Can't really make them any matter.
This eraser's going south on me. Let's see. Oh, that was not a Reaper Pizza Dungeon dice. Hold on. Reroll. There we go.
Oh, I'm not sure. That
Pugh Joel, what was your initiative?
A marvelous 6.
Did you say 6?
Yes, I did. 6.
Okay.
5 plus 1.
All right. I was just, no, let me turn the storm down in my ear a little bit. This air elemental is growling heavily. Gooseneck,
17.
Corncob,
13.
Abran,
14.
Fathom,
9.
and Kay.
18.
Okay. Kay, you were the first person to react.
Who's got the rock that we could use to maybe contact that djinn that we ran into back in the city?
I have
Nobody
the
Say you have
dragon
it.
sending stone.
Yeah, I think
I have
Kay.
the dragon sending stone.
I think Kay has it. That's what I remember.
Oh, wait, no. Fathom has it because it's, isn't it like fire?
I thought it
Oh
was
yeah, it's a
Fathom.
temperature thing.
Yeah, I thought it was
Oh,
Fathom.
okay. All right. I'll get that out once it rolls around to me.
Yeah, just gonna say, maybe we could get reinforcements, or a translator at least.
Yeah, a translator even would be good.
We should throw that water elemental out at it.
Well, I was
Yeah,
thinking
you
about
got
that, but you saw what happened with the water
Yeah.
that the mage threw in there. I don't want to
Exactly.
destroy it,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Or us?
Yeah, just fill the whole thing with steam. We'll be all parboiled.
Kay, is there anything? So you've suggested some things to Fathom, but you can do a little bit of movement or an action if you want.
Yeah. I think this may be a not great idea, but I am going to try to use my cloak and fly over to the kind of medium height floating pedestal that's sort of in front of where Abran's sword is pointing.
You mean this one here?
I mean that one, yes.
Okay.
If I can get there.
Yeah. That when you put on that cloak, it gives you a move of 30, I believe.
I think it was 40 for that one. Let
40.
me check.
Ooh. Even better.
Yep, fly speed of 40 feet.
Okay. No problem then. All right, So you activate it and so cloak, fly. Gooseneck.
I'm going to throw my shield up into the air, and I'm going to shout at the hippogriff with my animal handling capabilities. Please help us with these wind creatures. Can I roll on my animal handling?
Yeah, go ahead. Disadvantage.
Oh.
Technically, it's a little different than an animal.
Oh, okay. I got a 6.
Okay.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Wait. 10. I got a 10.
Oh, okay. So it just sort of looks at you, shouting its way. Wind is sort of kicking up in here. It doesn't seem to make... It's not clear its intentions yet, even after that.
I got sugar. I'm gonna hold my axe. Just wait.
Okay. All right. Abram.
Got one trick, so I'm
Okay.
going to use it. If I whip out Altair, and we take because those elementals are coming towards us, right?
Yes, definitely.
But they haven't reached the end of the little island yet, right?
Nope, correct.
All right. I'm going to take a shot at the big one in the front.
Okay.
So 15, and so 27 to hit.
That hits.
Before I roll damage, you want to do a Constitution save, if that even applies.
What's it going to do to him? I forget. It's going to be
3d8 of poison damage, and unless you got a 14 to Constitution to save.
So yeah, you can see that the poison just does nothing to him. You can after that hit, you notice that, but you can roll your normal damage.
So 13 points of damage on the first arrow.
Okay.
And then try it again. 29 to hit. And this time, since it's already injured, I can do Colossal Strike. 8 and 5 is 13 plus 7 is 20 points of damage.
Okay. 20 points of damage. And Kay, you notice a change, some sort of change on that center bit. No one else really notices it though, at this time. Abran, are you going to stay there?
I mean, but I don't have any other option really.
No, not really. Unless it was some trick you had up your sleeve.
Well, yeah. If I have a potion of gaseous form, if I took that, I could fly over to another rock, but I can't do anything, and I have to dispel that in order to ever take an action.
Yeah, and it's very slow.
Yeah, okay. Never mind.
Okay. Smelly.
Yeah.
Smelly.
Well, we might breathe you in by accident.
Could get blown around by the wind.
On this little peninsula we're on,
yes.
Could he move to the rear and allow someone more durable to tank?
I mean, he could, but that hasn't happened.
Who's got a higher armor class than Abram?
I do. I'm about ready to fix that.
All right, then whoever is going to be the tanky boy needs to get up front, and Abram Do you not have any movement left, Abran?
I mean, I can't. I can move.
Well, get out from the front where you don't get closed with, and you can continue to shoot your missile weapons. For the love of Pete, why is the gnome coaching the wood elf?
So that's what you're doing on your turn?
It's
will
not
back-
100%.
It's not his turn.
You're haranguing the elf on your turn?
He's shouting
Well, I
at the
guess
elf
you
at
are
the
a bard,
end
that
of the
makes
elf's
sense.
turn. Not really.
I will back up.
Feverish, and we cut him a
Sister
break.
Ba.
I will back
Okay.
up. So I'm not.
All right. Before Abran's turn is over,
Yeah.
Pugil has properly scolded him. And
Wow.
Abran moves behind Pugil. Pugil, you're now ahead of Abran.
Well, there you go. Ask and
Don't
ye
listen
shall
to me. What are
receive.
you doing?
That sounds like something Abran would do. Corncob, it is your turn.
Corncob is going to cast Shield of Faith on himself,
Okay.
and then as a bonus action, he's going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. All right. Shield of Faith, spiritual weapon.
I don't think I'm just going to stand there and wait for the onslaught. I don't think
Okay.
my spiritual weapon can move as well yet.
Will you get to put it during your first move? You get to put it somewhere, and every turn after that, it can move 20 feet.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll move it to the closest. Can I hit the closest water element or air
I
element?
think so. Your cast range is
Okay.
at least 30, and then
All right.
I think
Well,
it's
I'll
more
go
than
ahead and I'll go ahead. I didn't realize I could move it at the same time. I'll go ahead and move it over and take a whack at that guy.
okay.
Black attack.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Black attack.
16.
Red.
That is going to strike. If
14 points.
okay, 14 points of damage. Whack. I'm sorry I used a mace there. That was just what I had available.
That's
quickly.
fine.
Okay.
I'm non-denominational actually, so a mace is just fine.
Are you going to move? Are you going to stay where you were? Or
I'm
where
going
you
to
are?
stay right here. I'm not going to go into that horrible acid water air thing.
Okay.
And I've got a good armor class now, so start casting from behind me, I guess.
Okay. Spiritual. Shield of Faith. Okay. Fathom, you apparently move before these elementals and such can move as well.
Well, that seems shocking. All right, I will get out the talisman from the air. Genie? Is it a Jinn?
Yep.
I'm going to start dreaming of Genie. Try and contact her. And then if I have a bonus action... Nope. Okay, make a what?
Arcana.
Oh, that's on my iPad. Where is my arcana? 15.
15, okay. So you start trying to contact this Jen, and you feel like you are making a connection, but it is due to the nature of it, it's not going to be instant or this round. It might take a couple rounds. But you start to feel the first almost like you've made contact to the right location, but you haven't communicated anything. That would have been your turn to just make that contact.
The bandwidth is off.
It's ringing. I can hear it.
It's ringing, right. But you can move if you wish to move still while you're doing it.
Whereabouts am I in the group? I can't quite make it out.
So you can barely see the little arch of magic over your head, the little green. Let me focus in on you a little bit. You're off on the right side. See yourself there in the back, right?
Am I behind Gooseneck?
You are in front of Gooseneck, behind Corncob. And
Go ahead,
I would like to
behind
be
me.
behind Gooseneck.
So Gooseneck his back is against the wall right now. He did not move forward
Oh.
yet.
Well, she can push me. I'll move forward. Get out of my way, you big ape.
I mean, you could drag him forward. You could drag him around with your movement if you wanted to.
Yeah, we'll
You're
just
not
do a little
in combat.
do-si-do or whatever it is. And
He can't move, but you can drag him. You can yank him out in front of you.
because I'm sure he wants to be closer to the action. And I wish to not be closer to the action. That
It's
didn't
just-
go great for me last time.
Little swamp.
I
Just
do
the-
have a ring of water walking, but I'm assuming that it doesn't work on acid, so I'm not about to test that theory.
I'm not ready to test it on mine, but if
When
you
you-
want to test yours, go ahead.
When you're ready
Nope,
to test
nope.
it, just let me know.
I tested enough. I don't think we want me
Since
testing
it doesn't
this
seem
one.
to be actual water, I'm not sure I want to do any water stuff.
Exactly.
And now it is their turn. A couple things happen. One, these air elementals seem to be pretty fast. They're as fast as the breezes that whip up around here. They have no problem just sort of whipping over. One comes right over to Kay. I'm going to use this. And one whips forward right to Corncob. They hover over the water. They don't, or over the surface of this. They don't seem to be bothered by it. But they don't have a height problem. And then you see another one form right in front of this hippogriff up on the rock. It sort of pulls up almost like as though to block, maybe, I don't know, it forms in between you all and the hippogriff. So, the one that moves over to K, it pushes into your space. Make a strength saving throw as the wind starts to buffet around you. I know you can fly.
That's a big old 5.
Okay. So, within it is typically there would be a lot of like debris, but as I mentioned before, this is a very clean room. However, you can feel as it has formed by pulling up out of this fluid or this gas that has brought with it bits of acid that are stinging you as it all strikes against you and whirls around you. So, excuse me, I'm gonna roll some dice. Gotta find the appropriate number of Pizza Dungeon dice. You take 18 points of acid damage, and because of the strength sort of failure, it flings you 20 feet out off of this platform. For some of you, that might be a very serious problem. It's a random direction. It's over here. I'm going to make it over here. However, all you need to do is make an acrobatics check to recover and use your cloak, because your cloak can make you fly. So make that acrobatics check.
That's a 7.
That's a
The
7.
dice are not my friends today.
No. Okay. So that doesn't mean you fail. It does mean, in the context of this, though, that you get... where is my... not that one. So you are able to stop your descent into this fluid a lot closer to it than you would have been comfortable with. So you're right above it, and you can't see that on camera. I'll just move you because of that. Right there. So you're just stopped yourself above hitting the surface as it sort of flings you out and you start to fall, finding up from down real quick with acrobatics. It didn't happen as fast as you wanted it to, but you did stop yourself from going into the fluid, or whatever this is. Corncob. This thing moves up into your space as well, and you can feel the bite of all the acid. Make a strength saving throw as it also begins to try to fling you around randomly.
Oh, strength saving throw?
Yes.
14.
Okay. For a brief moment, especially after seeing the other one fling Kay off over this, you're worried as it lifts you up off your feet and begins to move you down, but you just hunker down and sort of set yourself, and you are not flung off of this platform that you're standing on. And you take 4 points of acid damage as it sort of whips and
Okay, I'll try to
lashes into
dampen
you.
it.
Okay. Is there a save I need to make for that, or it's just
Well, what? It's a reaction.
okay, you have a reaction.
You can use your reaction to grant resistance against a creature, against that instance of that damage.
Okay, so you take 2 points instead of 4 points.
Okay.
You did have a reaction available. And then this one that flies up near the hippogriff, it just sort of stays there in between. The hippogriff sort of looks around it, sort of looks at you all. Yes, Bobby.
These air elementals are not making the hit rolls.
Neither of those made it to hit roll.
Okay. Ooh.
Ouch.
They were asking. They moved into your space and tried to physically throw you. Corncob saved from being thrown.
More like a grapple type
Kind of, yeah.
bum rush thing.
Yes. And then so it pushes back out of the space and it's sort of swirling there over this fluid. And that is when it's Pugil's turn.
You was saying
Very
that the
good.
hippogriff was really touching.
Turn it into a hit card.
Yeah, the hippogriff is looking as though it's looking around the air elemental that's got moved up in front of it. But it's not moving, it's just, you don't know what it's doing, what its intent is, but it maybe is looking for a way around it. Or it could be trying to see the action. It's unclear. Pugil.
I will scamper back there to stand with Fathom.
Okay.
And while unlimbering my war harp, and I will strike up a tune and cast protection from evil on Corncob.
Okay.
So if these elementals do have to make a to hit roll, it will be at disadvantage against Corncob.
Okay.
Then I will use my bonus action to give inspiration to Kay.
Okay. Move. All right. Kay, it's your turn.
I'm not super excited about hovering here over the giant pool of acid, so I would like to go to a solid surface. If I can get as far as the constructed platform by just staying low and making that distance, great. If not, somewhere else will be good too.
With 40 feet, if you use your a move and a dash to get there, you can get there.
Perfect.
And so you fling across, and do you just... What do you do when you want to be on it? I'm assuming, because away from things,
Yeah.
or do you want to be okay? So you kind of move over. As soon as you like set down on it, it definitely change it. Like it starts activating. Different runes start sort of lighting up. It feels a little tingly. It doesn't feel damaging to you. It feels like an expectant magic waiting for something to happen. But you can feel it coursing through the whole thing.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Probably should have grabbed the key first, but whatever, I'm here now.
Okay, we're gonna leave you there then. All right, so it does feel a little safer to be here than over the whatever that stuff is. And Gooseneck.
Okay. I'm going to, well, I'm gonna, is Fathom or Fathom's coming up, her round is coming up shortly, right?
Barely, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell Fathom, fly me over to the platform. In the meantime, I'm going to wave the key again and then shout, Obsidian, smoke, steam, open the door. Or Obsidian, smoke, mist, open the door.
Okay. I like it. So you're shouting that. You've asked Fathom to do something for you, and you're shouting Obsidian, smoke, mist, open the door.
Yes.
So you say that, and the hippogriff very keenly sort of focuses on you, as though they might have been waiting for something like that to be said. But it doesn't make the elementals stop. It doesn't close the cage per se on that.
Oh, and can I move forward?
Yep.
Towards the end of the...
You want to move your way up here so you're also out here with Corncob and the...
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got this. Okay, Gooseneck. Abran, it's your turn.
Well, Abran's got the one trick again. He's going to shoot a couple arrows at that giant wind thing in front of us and see. 23 to hit.
No problem.
And since it's already injured, 8 plus 7, 15 points of damage on the first arrow.
Okay.
And might as well try to hit it again. Would a 15 hit?
It does hit, yes.
Okay. And then 15 more points of damage.
Ooh, 15 on the second one, too.
Yeah, 8 and a 7. Got lucky.
All right. And you're going to stay there where you are, Abram?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Corncob.
Does it look like are we able to tell if these elementals take damage and look injured, or?
It's this one seems to be blowing less aggressively around in circles. It's almost like if you've watched a dust devil begin to settle down.
Okay.
It's as near as you believe you can tell to its health. It seems to be slowing down in velocity. Corncob, it's your turn.
I'll cast Toll the Dead
Okay, on the big one in front of you.
on. Well, I think it affects. Yeah, on the big one ahead of me.
Okay.
And that was 8 points.
Let's see here if I save. Wisdom save, right?
I believe so.
That's a fail. Oh, you're dead. 8 points.
Oh, it failed, so that's a 12. So
Okay, yeah.
Oh, 9 points.
9 points. Okay, that's still good. Still good. Boom.
And then I'll use my spiritual weapon on him as well.
Your spiritual weapon can't move far enough at that point.
Oh, so it outpaced my spiritual weapon?
Yes. The first
Okay.
casting was cast it kind of close and move it in and attack, and this one it moves. You can move it within 10
30
feet of
feet.
them.
Okay.
Move it up to
All right.
20 feet. So you're close, but not quite there.
Jin has been DC'd.
Yeah, she texted that she lost network.
Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully she'll be able to get back on here. But that means Fathom.
I don't know if I'm able to keep kind of trying to activate the genie, but I definitely want to do what Gooseneck suggested and cast Fly on him.
Well, you're going to have to choose. Try to finish up this genie or cast Fly on Gooseneck.
I'm going to cast Fly on Gooseneck.
Okay. So you feel that sort of connection, and you're like, okay, I'm going to put the call on hold.
Dang it, somebody else is calling in. Ah.
Fly on Gooseneck. All right. And you just have to, you move up. This fly's touch, right?
Yes, I think it's touch. I kind of have to slither up and then slither back.
Yep, okay. Just wanted to make sure you wanted to stay where you, okay, so you're moving up and moving back, okay. So, cast Fly.
Getting splashed with acid once is enough, I would say.
That's tons of fun. Okay, it's the opposing team's turn, if you will. Let's see. Okay. So, wonder how smart this creature is. Let's just roll. When in doubt, roll and find out. Okay. So the hippogriff reaches down into its nest, grabs what looks like have been that magic item, and sort of flooshes down this way to you, Gooseneck, with, it looks like an egg with swirls on it in its claw. However,
Chocolate egg?
it brings trailing with it the other air elemental, and then this air elemental comes
Oh man,
chasing after
I was
Kay.
hoping they couldn't go on there.
the
Yeah,
chocolate egg comment deserves inspiration. That was funny.
Yeah, it does.
it's pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
That was really good.
Okay, so a hippogriff comes up to you, Gooseneck, and in its claw is a swirling egg. You can think of it as a chocolate egg if you want.
Okay.
Cadbury.
Cadbury.
Let's see if this ability recharges Kay as it comes to you. It again moves into your space. Make a strength saving throw. Oh.
Seven.
7. Okay. As it touches you, like it's on the platform with you, kind of, and definitely there's a feeling the magic sort of changes. Like this unexpected item, sort of here on top of this. However, it is able to get you sort of swish acid around. You take 12 points of acid damage, and it flings you again. However, 5, 10. It's a random direction, so let's see which direction this is. Last time it was. So, 1, 2, 1. Okay. Make an acrobatics check, Kay, to get good with your cloak as it flings you. Looks like it might dash you against these rocks. We'll see how it goes. Uh-oh.
I think we lost Kay.
Yeah, I feel like Kay probably went out. I'm going to assume that she makes that acrobatics check. It'll be in her favor since this is a technical thing. And we'll see what actually happens for now. But yeah, she...
Oh, if I have a roll of 1, I'm just going to freeze.
I only do that
You
for
can't
Kay.
hold for that long.
Yeah, it's... So...
Yeah, you're right.
She gets a hold of it. As soon as she is off the platform, it sort of goes back to its initial activated light pattern.
Ooh,
As it's glowing magically.
that's magic.
Does anything happen with the elemental when it goes back?
Not really. It's almost like the elementals in and of themselves aren't necessarily, well, you're not sure. You'd have to experiment with it to find out exactly why it's doing it. Okay, so Gooseneck has an elemental on you, the one that was brought down by the hippogriff near you. So Gooseneck, make a strength saving throw. It does kind of move into your space and swirl around you.
Okay. 18.
18. It is not able to knock you off your feet. The acid, however, still goes through. 17 points of acid damage as it splashes
Ouch.
this acid that it's funneling up through whatever this is. All right, so the one that's on you, Corncob, let's see if it also recharges. Moves into your space and tries to swirl you around. Make a strength saving throw. Stay on your feet.
13.
Ooh. It sort of drags you and pushes you. If it wasn't for Abram behind you giving you a little shove with his shield, it might have been able to lift you off the ground, but just able to hold on to your feet. You take 19 points of acid damage, though, as it...
All right.
sucks
Can
it
I
up
react
splashes.
and try to dampen it?
Yep. I think it's automatic. You just have to use your reaction for
Yep.
it. So you take 8. No, 8 less than you. Yeah. We'll say 8. Why not? 9. Sorry, 9. My math is bad.
Take 9. Okay.
Okay, so that was everybody on those teams. Okay. You, Joel.
I am going to cast Charm Monster on the hippogriff in the hopes that it will be our friend and fight these things with us.
Okay. What is my save?
15.
15. And it's charisma or wisdom? I forget.
Wisdom.
Okay. Okay. Oh, advantage on. Sorry. This hippogriff does not seem to, just sort of tilts his head and looks at you. You get he looks at you and then shakes his head.
I'll just shrug at him. Hey, it was worth a try.
He doesn't seem currently aggressive, however. But he also doesn't seem like he's jumping out to fight these elementals for you.
Okay. Well, then I'll use my bonus action to give whatever to Gooseneck.
Okay. Inspiration to Gooseneck?
Inspiration.
Okay.
Thanks, Pugh.
Kay is back. Kay, I know you're having some connection things, but you look back and clear now. Did you make that athletics or the acrobatics check save?
I got a 21.
Okay, beautiful. It is, as you see on the screen, you were able to right yourself with the cloak, and it is your turn.
And the platform changed when you left. It changed back to...
It changed back to the neutral activated colors.
I'm going to book it towards Gooseneck.
Okay. Yeah, you can make 80 feet total. So you can't quite make it to Gooseneck, but you can make it here.
Good enough.
I'm going to change the focus to this. All that action happening over there. Okay. Let's go a little bit wider. All right, so that took a move and a dash from you. I don't know if you have any bonus action tricks or you're just good with making that move.
That's good enough.
Okay. In that case, it is Gooseneck's turn.
Okay, so I can now fly.
You have fly on you. You have a hippogriff in front of you with an egg in its claw. You have a elemental to your right, which is not really shown on screen. It's kind of behind you in this picture. And then you have the one elemental that's swirling right around in front of Corncob right there.
Okay.
And your flying speed is 60.
Okay. I'm going to grab the egg from the hippogriff, or take the egg.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'm going to go... Shoot. Well, I'm going to start flying towards the platform.
Okay, and with
It's not going to get me there, right?
Flying speed is 60. If you move and then dash, you can get all the way there.
Okay. Let's do that.
I can even come down behind this other elemental that's on there.
All right.
And as soon as you touch down on the platform, it most definitely begins to change again.
Nice.
Almost like a weird expectant sort of magic.
And I'm gonna say it one more time. I have the key. Open the door. Obsidian. Smoke. Mist.
Chocolate egg. Chocolate egg.
Chocolate egg.
What's your passive, since you don't have any time left, any actions left to do it?
Insight.
What's your passive perception?
Perception 14.
Okay. You look down beneath you. It looks like this egg may actually slot in. You don't have time to do it now, but it looks like you could set it in a little indentation in the center of this.
All right.
Okay. And it is, let's see, your turn, Gooseneck. It is Abrand's turn.
Abrand's going to continue at his activity of shooting the air elemental.
Okay.
28 to hit.
That's a hit.
13 plus 14 points of damage on the first arrow. 19
So
to hit.
as the first arrow comes through, this wind sort of almost comes to a stop, dies down into the surface of this stuff after your first arrow.
Okay. Well, I'm able to retrain my second shot on the other air elemental.
Yes. Well, there are two other
There's
elementals.
two
Do you
more,
want the
right?
one close to you or the one way over next to Gooseneck?
I don't think I could shoot the other one if the hippogriff's wings are in the way. I don't want to hit the hippogriff or even give the hippogriff a hint that I might be shooting at it.
Okay.
Is the aerial elemental doing anything to the hippogriff, or
No.
it's indifferent? It doesn't care.
Yeah. Well, it just seems to be more focused on all of you.
Okay. So I can't hit the. I could hit the air elemental in front of
You could
this
actually time it underneath the wing beats of this hippogriff
Uh-huh.
pretty safely. It might add a little bit to the AC of the air elemental, but not much.
All right, let me just do that and help Gooseneck.
Okay.
A 9, 21 to hit
Yes, that hits.
With-
the cover.
10 points of damage.
Okay.
Go Abram. Go Abram.
Just letting those arrows fly.
Is the bow talking to him still?
I know we need the bow talking.
We'll record some pre-recorded things,
That'd be funny.
but we don't have them finished yet. Corncob.
Well, maybe by the next episode.
How far away is the farthest elemental that's on the lizard guy?
85 feet.
Okay, I'm going to throw a second level guiding bolt at that one.
Okay.
With a 19. Well, actually more than that. 23.
Yes, it's a solid hit.
Okay. Yeah, so that's 15, 16 points of damage, and it's lit up.
Okay.
And then I assume my spiritual weapon can hit the one closest to me.
Yes, you can move it up to the one closest to you.
Okay. And I'll take a whack at that one. That's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
And that's... Oh, okay. 9 points.
Weapon pushes through it, and it definitely damages it. Fully as expected. All right. You gonna stay there, Corncob? You gonna move around any?
Yep. Well, as long is there still people kind of behind me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
Abram,
I'll stay
Fathom.
right here.
Okay.
I don't know where else I'm going to go. I can't fly, so.
Right. Fathom.
So I'm kind of on hold with the genie, and we may have resolved the situation.
Possibly.
So I don't know if I do want to keep bothering her.
Is it good hold music?
Yeah, I was going to ask. Like 70s soft rock or something?
Air
Horrible
supply.
tinny sound.
I think if I was to give this particular Jen hold music, it would not be 70s soft rock.
Because I don't want to bother her unnecessarily. I think we're doing all
Your
right. I
call
think I'll
is
just.
important to us. Please hold on. The next
I'll just.
magical operator.
Okay. She gets the
Your wait time is 23
cold
days.
feet on call. Maybe I shouldn't be calling. Hang up. Okay, Eldritch Blast.
So there's one that I can kind of see under the wing.
Yep.
That I think is pretty close to me on the platform. I will.
You have advantage
well,
on that shot because it's glowing brightly.
The first one is like 20 something, so I assume that hits.
Okay. Yep.
And the second one is 18.
Hits.
Um, 5 and 8 is 13.
13. Okay. All right. It's getting beat up. It's its attack though. Gooseneck. Oh wait, let's see if it recharges. Oh, it doesn't seem to muster up enough of that speed to move in and try to fling you. Instead, it swirls around and just strikes out at you with its. It looks like the wind forms almost something tangible as it strikes out at you. A 16 to hit with its first sort of swirl around.
Is this me?
Yes, it's you.
18.
Okay, and the second swirl, so that misses you. The second one does hit you, and as it does, you take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
And 12 acid damage as it sizzles across your skin from what it's pulling up.
That'll leave a mark.
That will.
Yeah, I can't
leave a
help you
mark.
that far away.
All good.
So that's that one. The hippogriff makes a flight back to, sort of goes back to its nest, like to watch this. Corncob, this
Great. Thanks for the help, buddy.
this elemental, at least it's not against you. You said the right words. This elemental moves up and swirls around you. Corncob, does it actually do that though? Hold on. It doesn't. So it also slams into you, with its first slam being a 19 to hit you.
At disadvantage, he has protection from elementals.
Aha, disadvantage.
I also have a 20 armor class.
So that one doesn't hit you. And then the second slam attack, also at disadvantage, of course. That is a 20 to hit, even at disadvantage.
Nice.
So it does hit you. That is 9 points of bludgeoning damage and 13 points of acid damage.
Okay, can I react to that?
You can react to the acid
Okay.
damage. Yep.
So the total then was?
Instead of the 13, it's going to be 6, right?
Okay.
For the acid.
It's starting to hurt a little.
Ah, yeah. You, Joel, with your song in the back.
I will play more furiously on my war harp and cast. Well, can I cast Wall of Thorns on the one engaging Gooseneck without harming Gooseneck?
Yeah, you could. You could aim it so that it would cast appropriately. You'd have to kind of move it through it, kind of behind it a little bit, so it would still hit it, but be behind it.
That's what I'm going to do. On a Wall of Thorns, that turkey.
So as soon as you go to put your Wall of Thorns there, you see them start to form, and then something about the magic of the platform, your spell does not take hold. It just sort of fizzles and fades away.
But it counts as cast.
It counts as cast, yeah.
Sorry, Gooseneck. Sucks to be you, pal.
It's okay. Thanks anyways.
I love it.
Now, have you used your inspiration, Gooseneck?
Not yet.
Okay, then have you used your inspiration, Corncob?
My inspiration? No, because is that what blocked a point last time?
No.
No.
That was Okay, then I have not used it.
Okay, but Kay used hers on the acrobatics check, correct? Or the whatever the save was. So I will re-inspire Kay.
Okay. Speaking of Kay, it is Kay's turn.
Gosh, I kind of feel like people have this in hand. I'm going to land on the end of that little L-shaped peninsula. And I guess yeah, that'll work. Shoot an arrow at whatever air elemental is closest.
The closest is probably the one that's at Corncob.
All right, then that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I got an 8.
Okay. No, it does not hit him. It burns a little bit in the acid of the swirl of this thing. Okay. The fletchings just scream a little sizzle of smoke. You look pretty cool though, just swirling around in that cloak with the bat cloak, going here, going there. They can't hold you. You've been all over the battle.
Look cool.
Too bad they seem to be immune to it.
Goose.
Come on, look how cool she looks.
Distraction.
Put the egg down into the little
the egg in the
indentation.
Okay.
And say the words one more time.
So you go to put it down in the indentation, and as soon as you do, you feel this pressure pushing against you from almost like a gooseneck maybe wouldn't have felt this, but you maybe have, Gene. When you try to put two magnets together of opposite poles, it's sort of pushing around, and the harder you push, the more these elementals start to glow. As though their presence is preventing you from putting it in.
Okay.
Talk about a mighty wind.
Yeah. Okay, well,
the one
I'm gonna
I say these elementals, that's probably incorrect. You see the one right next to you begin to glow.
Yeah, I'm gonna whack this thing with my axe.
Okay. You'll get you can, since you tried to do that first, one whack. You get one whack.
Okay, fair enough. 16 plus 7, 23.
That is a solid axe.
All right, and 14 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, it starts to slow down its rotation, and it spreads out a little bit, but it's still right there, glaring, if it had eyes, down at you. You got an egg in one hand.
Can I use my? Never mind. I'm good.
Okay. It is Abran's turn.
Abran whispers over to Alter's. We got to do some damage here. So I'm going after the air elemental that's up with Gooseneck's butt. So that'd be a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
5 and 7 is 12 points of damage on the first arrow.
Okay.
And 24 to hit with 8 points of damage.
Boom, boom. Arrows just going through, causing serious damage, but has not stopped its swirl entirely yet.
Sorry, it wasn't enough, Gooseneck.
It's okay.
Corncob.
Thanks anyway. I'm going to unleash a guiding bolt at the air elemental that's on the lizard man.
Okay.
That's an 18 to hit.
Lights with radiant holy energy.
$19 points on that.
Whoa.
and then I'll
The swirl
spiritual
dissipates.
the guy in front of me.
Oop.
All right, spiritual weapon number 1.
I have a 13 to hit there.
That is not quite enough.
Now, can I use Bardic Inspiration to change that?
Yeah.
Okay, what does that do?
You roll the. Is it a D8 or it's a D?
D8. He can add a
D8.
D8 to his attack roll.
So roll a D8.
Oh,
add it to
okay.
it.
All right, so that changes it to a 20.
That hits. Your weapon.
Thank you. And well, for 16 points for that guy.
Okay. Still up, but lesser than it was before.
Well, that's good because I'm starting to run a little low on big spells.
So the wind is starting to die. The hippogriff is kind of crouched up there. Fathom, it's your turn.
How squirrely is the one in front of Corncob?
How squirrely
So pretty
is it?
hardy looking.
Oh,
Like, you know, the swirliness is.
yeah,
how it
it's
works.
pretty. It's got a high velocity and a lot of volume still. It's intense.
Ah, all right. Let's see.
Get him, get him.
Fireball.
Yes, I should totally
Wow.
fireball the platform. That's why we don't want you to have fireballs, because you make poor choices. I will instead go with Psychic Lance.
Ooh.
Injudicious fireball.
Fireball.
I think I need a saving throw
So-
for Psychic
Fireball.
Lance, right?
Yes, you do.
That
Intelligence
doesn't even
17.
sound nice.
Intelligence of 17.
Imprudent fireball.
Okay. Okay. I rolled a -1.
So that's not their big area, I see. All right, I have to roll a bunch of dice.
Oh,
It's a dungeon dice, of course.
yeah, Reaper Pizza Dungeon dice.
Best dice in the world. Pizza Dungeon dice. Get yours on the website today.
21.
Oh, wow.
21
They
points.
stack.
I think there's
do
new
stack.
colors
I
available,
love
aren't
the
there? Or soon, anyway.
Oh yes, they are already on the website, Jason Weaver.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Okay, that is a mighty strike to it. It doesn't dissipate it, but it slows it down a little bit. For a moment, it picks up the lance. Well, actually, it's I don't know how does that lance look, Fathom? It's psychic lance.
It comes out of my forehead.
I like it.
It's a shimmering lance of psychic power.
Oh, look at
Comes
that.
straight out of my forehead. Like when Jean had that awesome little
Yeah.
funny horn.
Oh, okay,
Like a pineal gland.
nice.
Sure.
Okay, let's see if we get.
That
No,
was a from beyond joke.
corn cob. Is it disadvantage on corn cob or gooseneck? I forget who you cast that on. Corn cob, right?
Who?
Disadvantage?
Disadvantage?
Because of protection from.
Oh, yeah, he cast it on me last
What?
time.
Yeah. Okay, so disadvantage. It misses with its first slam on you, corn cob, and its second slam. Come on, Pizza Dungeon dice. Don't do me dirty like that, but they did. All right. It just is.
Nice.
You can tell that both of those were repelled by that magical protection that Pugil placed upon you, Corncob.
Well, the whole idea was to tank up, so that's kind of what we're doing.
Yeah. Pugil, it's your turn.
Is this the remaining? There's one more of these elementals standing, correct?
Yes, right in front of you.
And it is on the platform. It is not over the acid stuff, water acid, right?
Correct.
Okay. Hedgehog.
Hedgehog its butt.
Hedgehog.
Make your save, or you're a
Hedgehog seems like a
hedgehog.
waste.
Let's
Hedgehog is
see.
a waste.
Why is it a waste?
Okay.
It's
Hedgehog.
never a waste.
We're beating him up. We're beating him up.
Headshot.
Is that a charisma
Never
saving
a
throw?
waste.
What kind of saving throw is it?
Wisdom save.
Oh, and now it's going to fall into a lake of acid, the poor thing.
We're
My
gonna
save
kick
is
it in
a
there.
No,
is a
it's a
10.
15.
Okay.
15
so,
save.
whoop, it turns into a hedgehog down on the platform.
I put him in my pocket.
I'm punting it.
Well,
No.
so you've
No.
hedgehogged.
Monkey,
You're
I'm
gonna have to.
hedgehog in your pocket?
You move up there, Pugil, pick them up,
That's what she
push
said.
past
Put 'em in-
everybody, move up, put them in your pocket.
Put him. That's right.
That's
Okay.
it.
Um,
How long does that spell last? It only lasts an hour.
Yeah. Got plenty of time.
So sometime when he's
Get
resting,
okay, so I'm gonna
Put it in
since
your sleeping bag.
combat is mostly over. We are kind of out of rounds.
Now
Gooseneck?
can I put the egg down?
Oh,
and-
so
Chocolate egg. Chocolate egg.
you
Chocolate egg.
you plunk that egg down, Gooseneck. Hold on, let's get you properly.
acid goes away and reveals the floor is made of gold pieces.
Fling! No, you plunk it down. The egg goes in.
Oh, look at that. It
You-
changed the way it... Wow.
You watch it activate. It kind of lights up runes in different orders. It shifts the whole upper round disc that you're on, and it turns. And as it does, it spirals down almost like a screw, like threaded.
Mhm.
And it threads, it just begins to thread down with you on it. You're sort of turning, and it's threading down like stairs.
I can't turn all the way around as my cord.
Right. Now, boom. You
See you later.
you can hop off. You can actually see that you could get off. It's like a big inclined plane. It's wide enough that you could just walk on. It's like 5 feet wide.
Okay.
So like that's our door out, maybe.
It's like it's your door out. It's a door down.
But the floor is still
Come
made
on
of acid.
over, guys.
Floor is acid. The floor is acid. It's a new take on an old favorite.
That's not good.
Finish the spell,
Okay.
get rid of the acid, and we'll all come over.
I got nothing. What
Okay.
did you guys tell me?
Who's got? No, you've got fly on you, right?
I've got fly. Yeah.
Okay. Here's what we
You
do.
want me to carry people over?
No, we will. Kay flies to the platform. You get her cloak, bring it to somebody else. They fly to the platform. You get the cloak, bring it to someone else, and we can just ferry everybody over using.
Doesn't
Kay's
it have to attune?
The cloak has to be
Oh,
attuned, so that
is it
would
a-
take too
Ah,
long.
Do the platforms move or not?
They do not
Well,
seem
can
to
he
move.
carry us?
Well,
How strong is Gooseneck?
you all start debating a little bit, and this hippogriff flies down to you.
It's like, hey, dum-dums, I'll give you a ride.
As though
Griff.
perhaps it could help you across.
All right, I'll
Griff
Yes.
taxi.
because I kind of know how to charm animals, I'm not going to cast a spell, but I'm going to make sure it's okay, and I'll try to climb on it.
It seems to be okay, and you're able to climb on it. You had at least shown that you know the right words, and it ends up shuttling you all across one at a time, if that is how you choose to go across. If you don't wanna
Absolutely.
fly
Well,
of your own
I want to
volition.
go. I don't want to speak for everybody else.
Okay.
I don't want to overburden him.
All right. Then.
Yeah, I'll fly myself since I can.
All right.
No
yeah.
need to make him do extra work he doesn't need to do.
He's
Don't
very
you want to ride
keen
on the hippogriff?
I'm not passing up on a free hippogriff ride.
Yeah, how often do you get to ride on a hippogriff, for Pete's sake?
Have you just been stuck in here all these years, though, Mr. Hippogriff?
It seems like it. It doesn't seem like there's a way in or out. We came through a little door, that was magically locked, that went into a dangerous fire room, that before that went into a dangerous, you're not really sure how he doesn't really have great.
Can I try to use, I have a ring of animal influence that allows me to speak with animals.
Okay.
Can I try on my flight over to use that and see if I can talk to them?
Disadvantage, but yes.
Sure. Do I get any, is it just a straight roll?
If it's a ring, it'd be an Arcana roll. In this case.
Okay. So I got a 7.
Okay.
That's the best I could do.
What are you trying to communicate? Because that's enough to get a little.
I was going to ask it, like, is it trapped here? Thank you so much for the ride, but are you trapped here? Is there, what do you do now?
So most of that you think you can communicate, and the only thing you get back is my home.
Okay. Jill, cool. Thanks for the ride. Maybe next time you could have helped us, but thanks for the ride. I just say that after I get off.
He's helping us now.
After you get off. Okay, so it shuttles you over. You can see this little narrow spiral. It's pretty narrow. I mean, 5 feet is wide, but when there's no railings and it's a nice smooth incline plane, it's a little frightening.
We could butt scooch down.
You
So
can,
sure.
yeah. As long as it never gets slippery, you'll be great. And that is where we're going to end the game today.
Yay!
Yay.
So thank you, everyone. Let me come back to let's see, here. Or maybe, hold on, let's go here. Okay, so thank you, Reaper Miniatures, for helping put all this together. All the cool things. Thank you, Sirenscape, from the background and ambient music you heard today. And of course, you saw lots of Dwarven Forge things, including the lighting effects, if you're curious about where those came from.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was cool.
And Julie Guthrie's hippogriff.
That's right. And that was painted, I think it was Fairy Bard that painted that. I think. I'm almost positive. I'm really sorry if I got that wrong. I'm looking forward to, in 2 weeks we have ReaperCon, and we'll have a game at ReaperCon. Oh, you got a swag box sitting right there. Now, I don't need to plug this because I'll let everybody else plug it to their extent as part of how they say their farewells this evening. And I'm going to start up with Bobby.
That was super fun, Frank. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. I got nothing to plug, but thanks for everybody who made this possible. It was great, as usual. See you all in 2 weeks at the show.
Gene.
I will echo. Thank you very much, Frank. That was a lot of fun, and that was a close call. I screwed the pooch there, but hopefully I redeemed myself, getting the chocolate egg. So anyway, I had a blast. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to the players and all the people watching, and looking forward to ReaperCon in a couple weeks. It'll be a lot of fun.
Thank you. Jason.
I'll echo the thanks that everybody gave out. I'm pretty excited about ReaperCon. I don't really have a whole lot to plug. We'll try to do a show, Crow's Nest, on Tuesday and see if we can do a little sculpting in advance. Other than that, I hope everybody that's feeling poorly heals up by ReaperCon.
Yeah. Thank you. Michael.
Well, Jason stole all my information, so I got nothing else.
Oh, geez. I'm sorry.
That teammate. Big thanks to Frank. Big thanks to Reaper. Sirenscape, Dwarven Forge, people painted the miniatures. It's awesome. Everybody watching, thanks so much for watching. It's a lot of fun. It's something I look forward to every 2 weeks, and next week, 2 weeks will be this very second time that we've ever played together in person.
My first.
So I'm looking. It was first for Gene. So yeah, it's looking forward to it again. It's always a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rhonda.
Thanks, Jason.
I'm going to echo all the thanks. And also, I will be looking through this on my show on Monday on Reaper Miniatures, but also check my YouTube channel because I might try to do a little video. And I'm going to try and do a video with these as well. I have all
What
the
are
colors
those?
now.
What are those?
These
What
are
are those?
super washes.
Oh, super wash.
Super
Super
washes.
washes.
Super washes.
Super washes.
What are
If
What
you
is
super
watch my
super
show
really
last
wash?
week, you can see a few of them, but I didn't have all of them.
What is
Yeah.
a super
I
wash?
have all the colors.
It's better than a
Better
mega
than
wash.
Minwax.
Super.
Better than Minwax.
It is better than Minwax. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah.
I bet you'll like it, Bobby. I think you'll like them.
Better
Can you
at
do
what
slap chop?
than Minwax?
They're
Slap
for
chop
quick
paint
painting.
job?
They're for quick
Yeah,
painting.
slap
Yep,
chop.
that's exactly
Yep.
what they're for. Yep. Here's a guy.
Bobby, you're being supplanted by the slap chop method.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at that. So
Whatever.
much better than.
You know what?
And
I'll
these were
get
all
my
for my
100
show last
figures
week.
painted.
Yeah.
What was that, Rhonda?
It's not too late if you signed up for Bobby's class to ask for a refund again to another
He might,
class.
you know what? He might be teaching both methods at his class. You never know.
Oh,
Maybe.
we'll see.
No,
Yeah.
Minwax.
Well,
Baby.
depends on if Reaper sponsors him or if Minwax sponsors him, I think.
Yeah.
Show up
Already
in his
ordered
Minwax
for it.
jacket.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jen.
Thank you, everyone. Had a great time as usual.
Thank you. And thank you for Kay's journal.
Indeed.
Yes.
Justin, are you ready to give us a raid or chat with everybody on out?
Yes, I am.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
There we go. Let's
He's
see
ready
here.
to go like this, like that.
Just like that.
Almost as if he didn't have an infant.
Almost. That's mainly because he just fell asleep. So, thank you, everyone, of course, and thank you to Neidhart and Frank for bearing with me in the newborn stages of my child. And I'm glad that everyone came out with us and watched on this Friday night because obviously the viewers are what make this possible. So thank you, folks, and we hope to see every one of you, even though it's not always possible, at ReaperCon in 2 weeks. So because we will be doing a show, and amongst other things that are going to be fun. So, but that's all I've got, and we're going to be raiding. Let's see here. Let's raid Lord Gasumba. Because I don't. There we go. Yeah, let's raid Lord Gasumba. Looks like they're doing some fun stuff on digital D&D here, map creation. So, all right, you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe, and we'll see all of you on Monday.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
See you guys.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.